top stories, there's been a drug find at a manufacturing plant. An agency which helps budding young entrepreneurs is under threat. And protests continue in Thailand. Welcome to Nation News for Thursday, November the 28th, 2013. I'm Bertram Niles.
You want your loved ones around to celebrate, especially those living far. And with Digicel Top-Up, Dad can help you bring life to the party and be part of the celebration. Ask him to send you Digicel Minutes. Receive free instant additional credit. Stay connected here and there. Ask your family abroad to send Digicel Minutes today.
Police are investigating the discovery of 210 pounds of marijuana at Hill Milling Company at Haggett Hall, St. Michael. The marijuana was discovered this morning when a customs officer was carrying out a search of an imported container. Several officers from the drug squad arrived on the scene with sniffer dogs and carried out an extensive search. They found 63 packages of compressed cannabis in 3 duffel bags and 2 polythene bags. Police say the container was delivered to Hill Milling on Tuesday after arriving from Jamaica. An organization which has been helping young people to start and grow their own businesses for the past 17 years is facing closure. General Manager of the Barbados Youth Business Trust, Marcus Alexander, says that unless they receive more funding soon, they will have to end operations. He says organizations such as the Youth Business Trust are critical to reducing unemployment in Barbados.
The persons who become unemployed every year are those leaving school, which is the youth. The youth are the highest rate of unemployed individuals. If you have about 21, 22 secondary schools and average about 600, 700, 800 people, if those persons don't go to tertiary education, you understand that every year we feel in about 18 or so thousand individuals as unemployed. And that is why the government and other organizations see it important to keep businesses like the Youth Business Trust in place so that we can impact positively to reduce unemployment.
Crop theft is getting worse, the Deputy Chief Agricultural Officer Dennis Blackman says. He told reporters that the problem was driving more and more farmers out of production.
I think that we have recognized that that is the major issue in Barbados when it comes to agriculture. There are several other issues, but stealing is one that has hampered farming because people just get disillusioned and stop producing. And that is what's happening in Barbados now. Our cattle population is being decimated because there are people who target cattle, particularly in rural areas, and a lot of farmers have simply gone out of business. The same thing has happened with crops all over the country. And because of that, the Southern Division of the Royal Barbados Police Force is making a serious effort at solving these problems and discouraging this thing about stealing crops and livestock.
Schools and communities across the country are marking independence with special events. Today at Belmont Primary School, staff and students reenacted the very first flag-raising ceremony when the British Union Jack was lowered and the Barbados flag took pride of place in 1966.
Well, we decided as an independence committee to give the children a taste of what November 30th, 1966 would possibly have been like. They celebrate independence every year, the usual concerts and so on. But when they were doing their studies, some children had never seen the Union Jack before. They didn't know what had actually taken place on that very first Independence Day. And so we decided to do a little reenactment for them.
After the reenactment, the students gathered in the school hall to hear from senior citizens who were at the Garrison Savannah to see the national flag raised for the very first time. And over at Ellington Primary, students have staged an exhibition entitled Barbados Then and Now, in effect from the era of slavery, according to senior teacher Shona Gill. On show is the evolution of such areas as transportation, housing, cultural traditions, and living standards generally. Many of the students were captivated by the exhibition, which continues until the term ends in 2 weeks' time. Work is continuing apace on the Constitution River Drainage Improvement Project, which is much more than that, as it is a sort of flagship project right now for the renewal of Bridgetown. Tracy Moore has this report.
This project to improve the canal capacity, reduce flooding, and improve water quality is taking shape. Work undertaken to date has included the removal of the small concrete canal in the river and excavation of its banks. A boulder armor is also being set up, allowing for greater flow through the river into the careenage and also protect the area. The project is to be completed in January next year, and according to the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc., which is in charge of the project, it's on schedule. Street lighting has been improved in the area and hard and soft landscaping done, making the area eye-catching already. The project, which runs from the Fairchild Street bus stand to the area opposite Queen's Park, should significantly enhance the beauty of Bridgetown. Tracy Moore, Nation News.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
Advocates in Haiti say that more than 300 Haitians have fled the Dominican Republic or have been deported in recent days. This follows an outbreak of border violence and a recent court ruling that potentially strips citizenship from more than 200,000 Haitian migrants, many of whom were born on Dominican soil. That judgment has been criticized by CARICOM, which this week halted consideration of the Dominican Republic's application to join the grouping. In Jamaica, the prosecution's key witness in the murder trial of dancehall artist Vybz Kartel has been standing his ground in the face of attempts to discredit him by defense attorney Tom Tavares Vinson. The lawyer appeared to suggest yesterday that the witness, who cannot be named for legal reasons, was lying under oath. He also claimed that there were inconsistencies in 3 statements the witness gave to police and his in-court testimony, but the witness never wavered during his second day of testimony. DJ Kartel, whose real name is DJ Palmer, and 5 others have been charged in the death 2 years ago of a 27-year-old dancer. In international news, protests have continued for the 5th straight day in Thailand. Opposition supporters are pushing for the removal of the government of Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, who yesterday survived a no-confidence vote in Parliament. The Prime Minister has urged an end to the demonstrations, saying they could hurt the economy, but protesters are standing firm and have even cut power to the National Police Headquarters. Former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi has been expelled from Parliament with immediate effect over his conviction for tax fraud. Although no formal vote was held, senators rejected a series of challenges from Mr. Berlusconi's supporters, and the Speaker then declared the 77-year-old former Prime Minister ineligible for a seat. The 3-time Prime Minister and one of the dominant forces in Italian politics for 20 years has vowed to remain in politics and fight for the good of Italy, as he put it. In cricket, the St. Michael Merchants are the first team to qualify for the semi-finals of the UWI C.O. Williams Inter-Parish 2020 competition. St. Michael Merchants made 138 for 5 to beat St. John Crusaders, who were restricted to 127 for 9, a win by 11 runs at the 3Ws Oval last night. Barbados' under-19 captain Jamil Stewart scored 36 with 2 sixes and 1 4 off 24 balls for St. Michael. And that's Nation News for Thursday, November the 28th, 2013. To follow these stories and more, log on to nationnews.com. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Bertrand Miles. Do join us tomorrow.